Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my monthly favorites. I'm gonna stop. This is gonna be my March favorites. March was such a busy month for me. I went to Minnesota. I went to Texas and we did BeautyCon. I had a great meet and greet. Geez Louise, we did a lot in this month and now the month's over. Capiche, it's gone. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the products that I've been loving the most. Basically the products I'm going to mention to you were the products that were in my makeup bag that I've used non-stop for the month of March, and I just fell in love with all over again. I'm having trouble speaking. I'm always having trouble speaking. Be sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave, okay? And we'll jump right in and get started. We always start off with our favorite song of the month and favorite TV show of the month, and we're going to switch it up just a little bit because I didn't get to watch a lot of TV due to the fact that, well, actually my favorite TV show of the month is Better Call Saul. It comes on the AMC. It's the best. It's like a spin-off of Breaking Bad. But anyways, I wanted to share with you a book because I just was gone a lot, so I read whenever I fly. A lot of you I know are shocked that I know how to read, but I do. Small words. This book is called A Soul in Life. It's by J.C. Duggar, the girl that was abducted at age 11 and found 18 years later, and her abductor sexually abused her for 18 years. She had 2 kids by him. And it's just a very interesting book because she tells her whole complete entire story. She tells where she's at today. She tells not only her story but her thought process along the whole entire way. And she was a very strong girl, and like obviously the Philip was the guy who did it. He obviously tried to brainwash her into thinking what he was doing was okay, but it was just really interesting to read her thought process through it all and how he was never truly able to brainwash her. I don't know what kind of strong mindset it takes to be a person like her, but she was just always like, I'm gonna do it so he doesn't hurt me, but you know, he's crazy. This is not right. Really good read. Like, even if you don't like reading books, this is some good stuff right here. You need to read it. My favorite song of the month is DJ Snake's In the Middle. You know what I'm talking about. Now let's jump into makeup products. 2 things by Pure Cosmetics. The first one is this brand new bronzer palette. Look how big it is. It's like the size of my head. It's really gorgeous. It comes with this like nice brown packaging. Actually, this is what the box so it looks like. How bomb is that? But anyways, it's a huge bronzer, and you open it up and you get 3 matte shades and 3 shimmer shades. So you can mix it all together, or you can use the matte and the shimmer. I've really been enjoying it. I have on the matte today. Look at that zip. Just to kind of contour, I actually mix all 3 of the matte shades together. We're going to be doing a giveaway on my Instagram, giving away this and their 2 new strobing palettes that have just launched like 1 day ago. But yeah, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram right here, and the rules will be to follow Pure and me and like comment down below. Something easy like that to enter, and we're going to give away all that good stuff. By the way, this stuff is sold on like Pure's website as well as Ulta. Pure sold at Ulta. All that jazz. I love their products. I personally think they're a little bit of an underrated brand. They're really good makeup, and I want to share the love because they're amazing. So the second product I wanted to mention to you guys by Pure is their Fully Charged Mascara. This is, you've seen me, if you follow me on Instagram, I use this almost every day. It's a nice big bristly wand, and I actually love the formula of the mascara a lot. It's really nice. Now I do normally wear false lashes every day, but I love something that will coat my lashes and dry quick. That way, either if I'm not wearing false lashes, I can build up a second layer of mascara quickly, or if I'm wearing false lashes, they don't goop together, because whenever I put on my false lashes, I need my mascara to be dry, okay? My hair always tries to creep around my neck and strangle me. I don't know why, but it does. Moving on to the next product is this little pigment by Inglot. This is the number 22 eyeshadow pigment, and I ordered these off Macy's website, which was so random, but they're not sold at Sephora or Ulta, which is normally where I buy higher end makeup. I need to breathe. I bought them at Macy's website because I remembered indigestion. I remembered a long time ago that we were shopping around for makeup, and I saw these beautiful pigments by Inglot. And at the time, I didn't have enough money to be buying these because they cost like $23 a piece, I think, which is kind of pricey for one eyeshadow, but it's a pigment, so they last a long time. But anyways, the other day I was like, oh my god, I can buy those pigments now. So I ordered a few, but my favorite has been number 22, and every time I pack it onto my eyelid, I normally do with just my finger, someone says, oh my gosh, what do you have on your eyes? And I'm like, oh yes girl, it's by Inglot, okay? Next product is the Estee Edit Pore Vanishing Stick. So this is a new product from Estee Lauder. It was sent to me, however, I almost bought it in store because I saw it at Sephora and I didn't know what the Estee Edit was. I didn't know that was Estee Lauder, so I don't know. I was like, I don't know this brand. Okay. I didn't end up getting it, and then I came home and it was in the mail. I am so blessed. Tried it out and it's amazing, and let me tell you why. It looks like that. It looks like it has a little eyeball in it. It's a pore vanishing stick. Therefore, normally if you have large pores, you're dealing with oily skin. Not always, but a lot of the time. And these silicone-based primers that are there to help vanish the pores can be heavy and greasy. So it's like this double-edged sword and it doesn't work out. This is a silicone-based primer, but it's so lightweight and so thin. It didn't make my skin greasy whatsoever, and it did a great job of smoothing out the imperfection texture of my skin. So I think they did a great job creating this product, and I really recommend it. Next up is a brush. I just washed this brush, so it's like all sparkly and clean. And anyways, moving on. This is the Small Duo Fiber Brush F55 by Sigma Beauty. So this is its mama right here. Come on, little guy. This is mama, this is the baby. So the mama is the F50, this is the F55, and I was just wanting to mention the F55 to you guys. I like both brushes for a really airbrush finish. I'm talking like kind of looks like you had one of those airbrush machines. These brushes do that if you use them correctly. What I like to do is very lightly stipple out the concealer, and I like to do concealer, cream contour, and highlight with this because it's small enough where it can get right up in there where it's not big enough. It's not going to move around your product too much like the F50 will. And I also like to stipple out my cheek contour. Now you have to work a little more with blending and spend a little more time if you're going to use the Duo Fiber brushes because the bristles are just so thin. But at the same time, if you do it with a light hand and spend a little more time stippling it out, I'm talking flawless finish makeup. So I love these, especially like I said for the contour, because it's not this massive brush where it moves the product around too much. You can just really keep your product right where you need it. I've been obsessing with cream contour, which leads us to our next product. This contour set by Makeup Forever. This is the Pro Sculpting Palette numero 30. Honestly, when I first got this, I was like, another contouring palette and didn't think much of it, but awkwardly enough, it's like been the best contouring palette ever. So this shade right here is a nice brown color, and it looked like it had a little bit of an orange tone on it, but whenever I get it all over my face, or where I want it to go, it really doesn't, and it looks nice. And then this shade right here is a great concealer shade. These are very, very, very creamy and easy to blend out. But this, I have been using so much. I've been using to cover blemishes. Obviously, I didn't today. Also been using this as my eye primer instead of using my MAC Paint Pot by Painterly. I normally carve out the brows, and then I'll just prime my eyes with it. But what happened was I accidentally left my paint pot at home when I was traveling, so I was like, darn it, I'll just use this concealer, and I fell in love with it as my eyeshadow primer, so I've been using it so much. Next up is a product by Jouer. This is the Daily Clarifying Oil Treatment. So this is probably one of Jouer's best products made besides their liquid lipsticks. This is also probably one of their best sellers, I would have to say. I see people using this all the time, but I like to use this a number of ways. It's just a beauty oil. This one's like anti-aging. They have one for acne, but the one that I like for anti-aging is because what I like to do is at the end of the night, after I wash my face, I'll drop 2 drops in my hands, rub my hands together, and pat it on my skin for a little bit of extra hydration. Sometimes what I also like to do is put 2 drops in my hands, run it through, and rub it through my hair. It's so good for your hair as well, just to give it a little bit of hydration, and it doesn't leave your hair greasy or your skin greasy, because trust me, I ain't about that life. With these makeup oils, a trick I like to do as well is sometimes I have contour palettes that are a little bit stiff and cakey, and I will put like 1 drop of the oil in it or on my sponge or whatever and blend it. It just makes everything better. It like brings the makeup back to life. Okay, next up is the Boscia Charcoal Pore Pudding Intensive Wash Off Treatment. Honestly, this confused me a little bit at first, but I read the directions for the first time in my life, and then I understood it. So basically, I take a cat tongue brush, which looks like this, just a flat synthetic brush, looks like cat tongue. I will dip it into this and smooth this out all over my skin. It is a treatment. It's kind of like a mask, but it's a little different because it never actually dries, and I think that's why they call it pore pudding. But it has white charcoal and black charcoal, and they work together to minimize the appearance of pores. Funny story is, Tyler has the real poor problem, okay? And I put this all over his face and he was like, it's burning me really bad. And I had it all over my face too. And I'm like, it doesn't burn. Can you just be quiet and just keep wearing it until it's time to wash it off? You have large pores. You're being a baby. Blah, 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 blah. And then I washed it off and I was like, you got a real bad rash. You're allergic. Wife of the year. We're so annoying to each other. But anyways, that happened and he's allergic. I'm not. It didn't bother my skin at all. I really liked it. So I'm going to keep using it. So that is it for this monthly's favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And I hope to see you all in my next video.